Hello, 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 hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the UK. I'm back for another Coffee and Cards Live. Welcome to you. I'll just wait a few minutes and see if anybody jumps on and joins me live. Ooh, my orientation is very strange in my playback on my laptop. Let's just check that that is right. It might be that, oh no, it's absolutely fine. How very odd. Oh, I don't want to hear myself twice either. That's very strange. Okay, so now I can see that everything is all right. Oh, that's it. There we go. So let me just sort out my tripod and wait a moment or two. I'm a little bit late today. I am so sorry about that. You know what happens? You have to grab a drink and you have to fiddle faddle and you have to faff. And then before you know it, 5 or 6 minutes have gone by. So I can see I've got somebody joining me live. Welcome to you. Do say hello. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what the weather is like. So this is very strange, isn't it? I think I'm going to take this out. I bought this grid paper, which is festive, from the online shop, and it came out, I think it was last Christmas. And it's very useful because it's a square. I love square grid paper, and I thought it'd be perfect. I'm definitely going to be using it when I'm doing scrapbooking and things like that because it's all square, and it kind of pleases me. But for my view shot of doing a live, it's very annoying. So I'm going to move that out of the way because it's kind of strange. Oh, it has another side to it if you're interested. You can find this, and it's reduced because it's a festive one, in the online Snap store. And if you don't really care that it's a Christmas print because, you know, it's just going to go in the bin when it's well used, then go for it. Right, I'm going to leave it to the side. Right, here we go. So, got a very simple fun fold for you today. Really super simple. I was looking for something a little bit different, and I want to make a gatefold card, which is a really simple fold. I haven't made one for a long time. So I thought I'll have a look some ideas on YouTube because I can't remember the measurements. So I looked up gatefold cards, and of course they're all in imperial. Well, that's fine. I don't really mind, but we are metric and a lot of people want it in metric. So I just thought, well, let's just work it out. It must be very simple. Yeah, and so it is very simple because basically you want half a piece of A4 cardstock, which is half this way. Hello, Amanda. How are you? I hope you're really well. Which is half. This would make a whole piece. So I've cut it at 10.5 centimetres and I haven't done anything else with it. So that is then a normal card base side. So if you were going to fold it like that, you'd have a normal C6 card base. But we want two pieces that fold over. So in the middle, our main section, which would be our normal area for the front of our card, would be about 14.8 centimetres, obviously, which is half of this. So we've got 14.8 centimetres left. So therefore, I want to score this one at 7.4 and this one at 7.4. So, well, it's actually 7.45, but we aren't going to get into those 0.5s of a centimetre because that's, you know, ridiculous. I don't mean 0.5 of a centimetre, I mean like millimetres. That's just ridiculous. So so half of 14 is 7. So we're going for 7.4. And it will leave me a tiny gap on the front. But I could move it over a little smidgen and see how that works. But what I don't want it to do is overlap. So, and then I'm going to turn the whole thing all the way around and do exactly the same on the opposite side. 7.4 and a smidgen. There we go. So we haven't talked about the weather yet. So when I woke up this morning very early, it was absolutely pouring with rain here. Absolutely pouring, which sounded lovely. It was, see how it's overlapped just a tad. I didn't really want that, so I would stick to 7.4, though it's not really going to make a lot of difference to my card. It was lashing it down with rain. I had the windows open. It's really warm and kind of summery, but raining, and it sounded lovely. I got up really early this morning to go to the gym. So I got up at just gone 6 and I went to the gym for 7 o'clock. Just as I was leaving for the gym, the thunder started. We had a thunderstorm first thing this morning. And it was going for it when I went to the gym. Right, I'm going to use my bone folder. I think the secret to the fold on these cards is to make sure you really press down and get a good crisp crease so that it sits shut. Otherwise you'll have it sitting like this, which is slightly annoying. So, but by the time I come back from the gym, it rained the whole time I was there. By the time I came back, it had cleared and it was beautiful. And I took the dog, who'd been absolutely terrified of the thunder, out for a lovely walk. We're in the lakes. So he had a nice walk, which cheered him up. And we've not had any rain since, but it's looking like it's about to do it again. It's looking like we're about to get more thunder. It's very oppressive and very dark. I've had to put the lights on, so fingers crossed we don't, because the dog gets very scared. So welcome to you, Amanda. It's very warm and sunny in Spain. You're very lucky. How nice is that? We have been very lucky with our weather though, and it's the first rain properly that we've had for a while. Okay, so I've got my two fronts. Yeah, and this is my card. So how easy is that? That is the basics. That is the basis of your gatefold card. So then all we have to do is decorate it. So I got out some of the most gorgeous designer series papers today. It is called the Masterfully Made DSP, and it is absolutely stunning. And it is currently in our paper sale at 15% off. And it has all this kind of almost, it makes it look like it's got a torn effect. And it is so, so, so pretty. And I thought I would just use a little bit of this. And because I was inspired by the papers, I used the stamps and the dies that go alongside it. So I'm using the Masterfully Made suite. It is gorgeous. It's one of my favourites. Oh, you've got 4 large dogs inside when it thunders. Wow. I don't know if they're like our dog, but he climbs on the furniture and he hyperventilates and he shakes and he's so upset. Oh, I don't like it. So I thought I would put a little bit of card on the front and then the designer series paper. So working it out, I know that my front panel is 7.4. So I'm going to do it 7. I know this length is 10.5 because that's the size of our card. So I'm going to do it 7 by 10 to leave a little border. So how big is this scrap? 8. So if I make, actually, can I do it? I might need to get another piece, I think. Yeah. So if I cut it at 10, I might cut it a little bit bigger and cut the end off, because this is a scrappy bit that's been hanging around and it's got a little bit dog-eared in my scrap bin. 7 by 10. So that's the 10. And we need 7. Hello, Margaret. How are you, my lovely? So that's one side. And if you see, it will then fit nicely on here and leave a little border for our gatefold card. I'll grab another piece. Have I got enough scraps? I like to use my scraps first. Oh, look at that. That's 7. That is pretty much perfect. So 7. Is this long enough? Yes. By 10. Do you have a scraps bin? I keep Ziploc bags with all the colours, the Stampin' Up. Oh, I haven't written the name on that one, my pretty peacock, but they've all got the names written on them in Sharpie. And I try to go to my scraps first. So those are my card pieces. They're going to go on there. And then that beautiful designer series paper. I had a piece that I've been using for card fronts, and I've been using, it seems to be for ages. It is the prettiest. They're all really beautiful, but I thought, well, I've got this piece, I'm going to continue to use it. So I know this is 7 by 10. So I'm going to make it 6.5 by 9.5. That gives us another little, what's the word, border around it. Now I'm going to go 6.5 by 9.5. I love this paper. The bottom of this paper's got an edge here, but it's all got writing, like print all over it. And I'm going to show you the stamps and dies that go with this suite in a second. So pretty. I'm just going to do one card for you today using this suite just to demonstrate a really simple gatefold card. But I'm absolutely in love with this suite. And every time I use it, I can just see so many cards that I can make with it. So many possibilities. So this is going to be my August class. Is going to be using the Masterfully Made suite, or actually it's called Gorgeously Made, and the papers are called Masterfully Made. And my class, my in-person and online class for August, is going to feature this gorgeous suite. So we've got that on there. So that'll be going up in the next few weeks on my website, and you'll be able to do it as an online option if you don't live locally. These are the stamps, and they are very pretty. I love this whole suite. It's got lots of torn edges in the papers, as I showed you here. They're not torn, but they got that effect, so it looks like they're torn and layered. Really pretty colours. And then these are the stamps, and then again you've got, I don't quite know what this is, if it's a torn page of where, you know, something's been ripped or stamped. And then you've got this lovely text which has little kind of partial words here. And then you've got these lovely foliage. You've got thank you, hello, and you're a great friend. And then the dies that go with it. Love these. This beautiful leaf. It's a really big one. Look at the size of my hand. This one. And then we've got this one that you can cut the sentiments out with. It looks like a piece of torn, almost like washi tape. You could use that for washi. This would be a torn edge. And then this one, this is my favourite and I've used it loads, is a notebook edge. How cool is that? So I'm going to be having so much fun at my August class because I've got some ideas for that. Really excited. Okay, so I've got my bits and I'm just going to glue them together now to start with. Let's get my Tombow. So how is everyone? Are you having a good week? Has anybody been creating anything? Even the back is beautiful. It's in fresh freesia. Let me know. So I've got a really busy week this week. Super exciting. I've got my monthly class this Thursday evening, so I'm preparing for that, making sure all that's all ready to go. I'm really excited for that. But then on the weekend, I'm going to Birmingham for my Uplines annual weekend event. It's a big weekend event that she does in Birmingham. And Stampin Up this year, to celebrate the 35th anniversary of Stampin Up, they've got people from the Home Office attending Stampin' Up events all over the world, and they're calling it 35 in 35, and they're attending 35 events for the 35th anniversary. And we've got a very special attendee at our event this weekend, and I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. It's always an amazing event to go to because it's just so much fun, and I see all my friends I haven't seen for ages, and we craft and we giggle and we go out for dinners and we do all sorts of silly stuff and we have a lovely time and we do swaps and all those things. But this is also really special too, so I'm very excited. So I'm in the middle of all my swaps. I've got rather a lot of swaps to make, so wish me luck, guys, in getting my swaps done, as well as my class and my lives. It's all good fun. Right, I am going to glue these on now I've matted them. And when I have been and come back, I will share all the swaps I received on here on my YouTube channel, and the swaps I make as well, and over on my website, which is called Inkstampshare.ink with a K. Right, there we go. So this is the Such an easy way to make a gatefold card. And isn't this paper pretty? Loving it. It's in the sale, as I say. Oh, and I must not forget to let you know that we are having free shipping for 24 hours. So free postage and packing is a big deal. £6.95 costs our postage and packing, and it's free for 24 hours from 11 p.m. tonight, BST, to 10:59 p.m. tomorrow night, BST. Yeah, so if you want to get your papers at 15% off, all orders, actually, there's a qualifying, all orders over £60, you can get free postage and packing. So you can order your papers, you can order your glues, you can order your stamps, anything you need. Go wild. Go wild. Okay, so I've got the basis of my card made, and then I wanted to cut out some of these lovely ferns, foliage. So let's grab a piece of scrappy paper. Here's a piece. So half a piece of card. I think I'm going to cut this one out in white. And then I've got a piece. See the colours in here? I was trying to pick them out, and I do believe this is crushed curry. So I'm going to do this one in this scrappy piece of crushed curry, like that. And then I want to do a label for my sentiment, and I'm going to use this little piece that makes it look like a bit of washi, which you can see I've been playing with already. Yeah, so I'm going to put that on there. And also this piece here, I'm going to cut a little piece out off the edge of this piece. So I've just got an edge that looks like a piece of torn note paper. Okay, so I'm going to go for that now. I'm going to pop it through my die cutting machine. So my Stampin' Up cut and emboss machine is just behind me. I'm going to pop it through, and I'll have all our die cuts ready to go. I should have got my mini one out. I put it away in a bag, which is ridiculous because I have it on my desk for a reason, because it's so super little and portable. So no idea why I left it in a bag from when I was somewhere, because there's no use there, is it? Right. Let's put these through. It's definitely going to rain. Right, that piece is good, the other one's moved, so before it cuts I'll move it. So we've got one there. Oh, there it is, that piece. And then this one. Oh, I think I'll put that torn edge piece down the side, make it a lot easier to cut. There it goes, all the way through. Here we go. Okay, so let's move these so I don't lose them, because I'm good at that. Take the odd bit out of there. This bit here. Look, isn't this clever? This is super clever, isn't it? So I'm just going to take that bit off. I only need a little bit and then I'll keep the rest. And then this one's cut out as well. It's quite an intricate die, so you have to be a little bit patient popping it out, but it comes out really nicely. I don't have a problem with it. Here we are. Where's it stuck here? Here we go. And then I can take the pieces out. So let's move those. So don't lose those. Now, what I do like about this die is, see these little bits? They're not cutouts. They're just kind of half cut. Do you know what I mean? So you don't have to pop anything out and you've still got that texture. It looks so nice. It might, yeah, it has cut fine. Oh no, it could have done with a bit more cutting. But I think I've got there. But I was trying to put a lot of dies through the machine at the same time. So if ever that happens, this is the tip. Grab the die again. I mean, these bits will pop out. It's just this one tiny bit here. Grab the die again and line it all up and it will just sit in it. It should find itself. You can press it in so that it sits in it, kind of locks it into place, and then you can pop it back through. And then out you come. Just looking for my pokey tool. There it is. These little holes are there for a reason. They're there to poke it so you can ease it out. There we go. There we are, all done. And now that bit came out quite nicely. Any bits have just popped off. There we are. I just rained confetti on the dog. Oh dear. Okay. Are you still with me? Are you still very patiently watching while I'm die cutting? Okay, so what I decided to do was stamp. Oh, I'm getting a yellow weather warning from the Met Office about thunderstorms again. It seems to be ongoing, doesn't it? So I thought I would stamp and emboss in white on this. This colour is Pretty Peacock, this cardstock. I've got my embossing buddy and I'm going to put this. This comes in as part of the embossing additions toolkit that we do in my online shop. It has all sorts with it. It has tweezers, it has a nice little tray, it has a brush, it has all sorts. So, but I am going to stamp in the Versamark, and I think I'm going to put "You're a Great Friend." Oh, darn it, I didn't clean my stamp before I put it there. That was very silly indeed. I'll now have to go and clean my Versamark. But that's okay. Worst things happen at sea. Right, so pick up the ink, clear Versamark embossing ink. The embossing buddy has like powder in it, and it takes any oils that you might have picked up onto the paper from your fingers, because you don't want the embossing powder to clump in areas that you haven't stamped, and otherwise it just sticks everywhere, and the embossing buddy is super useful. Look at the mess I made. Just give it a little clean, and then I will re-ink it with I have a Versamark re-inker, which is very useful. There we go. It's pretty good. So, You're a Great Friend And I've got my white in a tub rather than using my tray because I want to keep it clean. And I don't clean my tray very much because I'm messy. And it'll have bits of gold in it or bits of black or silver. Right, lovely. You're a great friend. Now comes the magic. There. Just come with a brush. Okay, and it comes with tweezers, which are very, very useful. Especially when you've got small items and you don't want to touch that embossing powder and brush it off. Okay, I'm going to heat it now. Oh, my gun was out of reach. There we are. Here we go. It's a bit noisy. It's 33 degrees there, so you're inside making a cube step pop-up card. Ooh, that sounds really complicated, Amanda, but I like the sound of it. I received one of those once as a swap, a cube step pop-up card, which I was very impressed about. Because it was a very impressive card, but also she'd made a great deal of them to be swaps. We are getting there. Do you see it change? Right, I'll give that a second to completely dry. I think I splooshed my Versamark on it slightly, but you can still read it quite well. So that's fine. And I'm going to take a piece of this that I cut and I'm going to pop it behind it and make it look like it's stuck on a torn piece of paper because I really like that idea. And I'm not even going to cut it. I'm going to tear it off like that. We are being very daring. Okay, and that's going to stick on there. So I am going to grab my, should I go glue or should I go seal? Let's go glue, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue just along, if I can get it to flow. Oop, not that much, just along the edge. All of the glue came out. Obviously it would. Let's grab a scrappy bit of white. And remove some of that glue off there because I don't want that much. Just spread it about. There we go. Okay. You're a great friend can go on the top of there. And it looks like it's been stuck on a little torn sheet of paper. I like that layering. There. And now I'm going to layer these pieces of foliage up behind it as well. Make sure you've got all the bits out. And I'm going to make it into one kind of embellishment cluster, one piece. And I'm going to do that by using some tear and tape. So I think we will go here. And what I'm going to do is decide how I want my little embellishment cluster, whatever you'd like to call it. Before I stick anything down, I'm going to arrange it like that. I'm going to kind of show it to my card as well, so that I get an idea. It's going to sit on here like that. I might bring it up slightly. Like that. Now, I've got it how I want it. So on the back, I'm going to put my tear and tape across those stems so they stay in place. I'm going to grab my scissors and cut the bottom bit that's sticking out away because I don't need that. So now I've made a cluster. And the reason is I don't want to stick it there because I need to be able to open my card. So I'm going to have it on one side, on this side. And I thought it might be nice to put them up on foam pads So let's do that. Now the foam pads need to be just on this side. So I'm going to work out maybe on the grate bit. That's where it needs to start. So about by there. I'm not going to take this sticky off because it would stick to the other side of the card. So that's tempting to do, but don't do that one. See if I can fit another one on there. Probably not. There we go. So they will now stay on there. If I can pick them up. Oh, they go everywhere, these dimensionals, except for where you want them to be. Beware, because the sticky tape makes it hard to stick on. So I think stick it towards the bottom where the cardstock is. Yes. Right, and then it's going to overlap like that. Make sure it doesn't hit the top too much. And it should stick down, and you should still be able to open your card. You're a great friend. And I'm going to decorate the inside. So I made this card already. Just to prep for this live stream. Right, so I'm going to take You're a Great Friend and I'm going to ink it up in the crushed curry colour, which is the same as one of the colours in the DSP and one of the sprigs of foliage that we cut out. You're a Great Friend. And also, this stamp, I really liked it. So I thought we could put it along the bottom here. And you can see I've already used it. I'm going to stamp it back up again in Pretty Peacock. I would love you to share your card, Amanda. Are you in my Facebook group? I have a Facebook group called Inkstampshare Your Craft. I'd love you to share what you make. It'd be amazing to see. Find it and I'll just admit you into it. Right, I'm going to put this in the middle, kind of most of the way down, like that. It's a really cool kind of funny stamp. I'm not quite sure what it is. And then I'm going to join it up. I wonder if it's going to go over the edge. I don't think it matters, but I've got a scrap bit. Yeah. Let's just protect that. Like that. And then we'll do the other end as well. It's just a bit of fun, this card. Inkstampshare Your Craft. Yeah, that's it. I'd love to see what you make. If anybody's watching and they are crafters, you can go in there and share your lovely creations. We would love to see sharing is caring. So I took Lost Lagoon and it coordinates beautifully with these papers and the Pretty Peacock. And I have stamped this lovely stamp inside as well. I know who I'm going to give this card to. One of my friends on the weekend. I can't wait. I can't wait to see them. Okay, here we go. Now, you probably think we're a bit mad, but it is an amazing crafting community, Stampin' Up. It is fabulous. It is such a lovely, lovely community. And yeah, I would encourage anybody who would like to join it, who's just sitting on the fence and they're not sure, go for it. It's the best thing I ever did. I've made so many friends and I've done so many things, even just online, you know, as well as in person. But if you're not up to going out and about or anything like that, you can have a great crafting community online as well. And then there's all the in-person events. It's so much fun. And we have an amazing joining offer right now. So if you want to join my lovely team, I would love to have you. You'll find the link in the description bar below. So there is my gatefold card. And I just wanted to show you how easy it is to make a little gatefold card. And it sits up beautifully like that. Such a simple thing to make. And then you can decorate it any way that you like. This is the one that I made. It's pretty much the same. I just transversed the, I did them the other way around. But yeah, it's exactly the same other than that. Same paper. My practice card. I think I did a better job on my practice card than I did on the live. But that's often the case. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've got something from it, and you might be encouraged to have a go at making a gatefold card. Thank you, Amanda. It's beautiful. It's in the sale. It's in the DSP sale, this paper. Oh, the other thing I did do with my sample cards, I glued this down. So once I've adhered it here, I put some little dots of glue behind this on this side to keep it really stable. So I would do that to make sure this isn't going to break if you put it in an envelope and send it in the post. So yeah, that is the Gorgeously Made suite, and it's available in my online shop, as everything is that I use in my videos. Do have a look in there, and don't forget we've got free shipping for 24 hours tomorrow. If you have enjoyed what you have watched, please give me a thumbs up and do share with your friends, because that really helps my channel a lot. It helps get the videos suggested to people who might be interested in them. And yeah, if you're new, please subscribe and click that little bell down below for notifications of future videos. And yeah, I will see you very soon. Say hello if you're watching from the future, won't you? I will put up a video for Friday if I can. I can't promise. It's a bonkers week. So Friday, I would be doing a fun Friday live in the morning, but I will be racing my way towards Birmingham instead for this event. But I will be posting loads on my Insta and my Facebook, so you can see all the lovely sort of paper crafting things that we get up to and all the inspiration and things I see. So I'll put that on there too. Anyway, thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next week. I'll definitely be back for coffee and cards on Tuesday. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Thank you very much, Amanda. Thanks, Margaret. Take care, everybody, and I will see you soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.